Motorheads! Welcome back, everybody. Welcome to the Motorhead Men Chaos Show. I don't even know what else to call it anymore. Appreciate all the new likes, subscribers. Appreciate everybody coming in. The emails have been amazing. That's going to help us get this really going for us until we find the exact situation. As many parts we can get out right now is definitely needed. Why I'm calling it the Chaos Show right now. We got Mr. Ronnie in the Corvette shop. Mr. Still's a great guy, and he's done working on cars, and we're selling off all them parts. Here's a part we're getting ready to ship out right now. A nice Corvette console gauge cluster. And I got a tidbit for you today. He taught me something while I was up there. But again, why I'm calling it the Chaos Show right now. We're getting busy. We got a lot going on between Mr. Ronnie, the 69 Camaro, my shop, and all these new car parts. We found a schedule. We have a new helper coming in. It's going to help us film as we inventory over there. We hope to do some lives over there, but three days a week we're going to be at the bins. Okay, 1 day a week here at my garage. 1 day a week for shipping and admin stuff. Of course, that's going to run into a lot of late nights for me. But we're going to get it done. We don't want this. That was the biggest thing I hated in the car shop. And we're going to do everything we can to make sure you guys aren't waiting for parts. So somebody gave me this shirt. I thought it was pretty freaking cool. Because that's the story of our life, isn't it? Waiting for parts. Get partially through a car and you got to wait for parts. So anyway, like I said, I was up to Ronnie's. He was in the middle of cleaning door locks, and here was his tip. Okay, Vaseline and an old thinner can. So I went up there to pick up these parts that we sold on eBay, and he's sitting there cleaning up, and he had a Corvette door lock mechanism laying on the table, and man, it was super clean. And I said, Ronnie, how'd you get this so clean? Because he had some old ones laying there too. And he said, it's real simple. Acetone and a combination of lacquer thinner mixed up. He soaks them in. He has a can like this where he cut it open sideways. He had his mixture in there. He soaked it in there for a few minutes. He pulled it out. He scrubbed it off. I have a little tidbit of video I'll show at the end. He soaked it all. I said, okay, now you stripped it of all of its, you've completely stripped all the old grease out of there. How are you going to do this? Are you going to spray red grease? You're going to fill it with lithium? How are you going to get all the nooks and crannies and the lock mechanism of this door re-greased? And he said, it's real simple. Petroleum jelly. I said, what? How are you going to stuff all that in there? He said, you don't. He takes a can like this. He fills it, or he puts a lot of petroleum jelly in it. He puts it on top of a hot plate, and he gets the petroleum jelly to where it's liquid, and then he lays that lock down in that can of petroleum jelly, and he lets it sit in there for a few minutes. He wiggles it around a few times, and then he takes the wire and he pulls it back out. He lets it drip dry. He'll take a heat gun on the edges where it mounts up and cleans off the excess. When it dries, it's clear as can be, and the entire inside of the lock mechanism is completely, all the nooks, the crannies, all the little spots are lubed up in a clear lube that will last. I've never even imagined doing something like that. I thought that was a pretty cool tidbit he taught me. And he's been doing this for years, and he says he never has any problems out of his lock mechanisms when he puts them back in the door. And you don't have to worry about spraying red grease or lithium grease or getting lithium grease anywhere and getting it in the nooks and crannies. So I wanted to share that tidbit with you. At the end of this video, I'll add the little clip that I showed, or that I filmed while I was up there. And just want to share more with you guys. We're getting it all done here. We've got our brakes. We got our rotors and drums organized. We're going to get them sold and shipped out to you guys, so you're not waiting for parts. And we're busy. We're really busy. A little bit busier than I wanted to be, but it's okay right now. So, Cooter Bill out for now. There's your Friday tidbit.